There's been a real sense of trepidation that I asked for a fitness update. What's the
fitness update's quite clear cut. We've got 4 absolutely certainly out, and 3 very, very doubtful. If 1 makes it out, the 3 or 2 will be delighted. The 4 who are out, I think the same as last week. We know that Ryan Jack's long-term injury, Gary Naismith, Stephen Hughes and Rob Milsom. None of them have a chance for a while. And then we've got injuries to Clark Robertson, Ryan Fraser and Gavin Ray. Now these 3 are extremely doubtful. I don't think all 3 would make it, but if we get 1 or 2, they'll be having a tryout in the morning early before we leave. So we could be 7 short, 6 short, or 5 short, but we'll certainly be 5 or 4 definite, and more than likely one of the others. I think the least likely could be Clark Robertson, but it could be all 3. I'm not being evasive. I'm just looking at the situation this morning.
I guess it's that's the last thing you need.
Exactly.
Going to such a difficult venue, such an important game.
So just we've got 3 games this week. In the next week, very important. 2 important league games and a cup tie. So we can't risk. But I think the 4 first name guys, we can forget about them. But we've got very good youth players at Aberdeen, and we've included in the squad for tomorrow Declan McManus, we've included Stephen O'Neill, we've included Craig Murray, and we've included, Cammy Smith's been in the squad, Jamie Masson was on the bench last week. So we've got 3 new young lads, McManus, O'Neill and Murray, added to the squad to travel. Pardon me. So it wouldn't worry me if we had to use any of them, because these guys are very promising young players.
I was going to say, the highly rated young guys, you're not just bringing them in to supplement the numbers, you're bringing them in because you feel if called upon, they could be one capable.
Oh, you take Stephen O'Neill, for example, played against Stavanger Viking up there. He was excellent. And so did Cammy, and so did Declan. They've appeared, and we've got frustrated young guys on the bench like Joe Shaughnessy, but Joe must see our back players not getting injured and playing very well, so he'll have to be patient.
Can I ask what the injury is to Ryan Fraser?
Ryan Fraser's a hip injury. He's tweaked or strained or tweaked a nerve in his hip. One of these challenges last week when he went down. The second one, obviously, he went down awkwardly, and the hip was. They thought initially it was maybe a trapped nerve in the hip, but I think there's a strain there. So, hip injury.
Is it not long term for Ryan?
Well, I don't know. They haven't said. He didn't train at all this week. He was, sometimes when a guy gets an injury, he misses a couple of days training, and then he's out trying to see if he could be fit. Now, Ryan, but tomorrow morning, he's protected. So tomorrow morning he'll have a session before we leave, and if he's fit, he's made of rubber. He'll bounce onto that pitch happily, I think.
Rory Fallon, which you speak to us there before you go in, Craig, he says he feels if he can stop Lee Griffiths tomorrow, then it'll be a big part of getting a result. Is that how you see it?
If he can what? Is it Griffiths? Yeah, I think, everyone acknowledges Griffiths is the leading scorer in this league. He scores freely, all kind of goals. He shoots it very well, both feet, particularly his left, and even for his size, he heads a goal now and again. No, Griffiths is their version of Ryan McGinn. It's not Ryan McGinn, Niall McGinn. Obviously, he's been doing it as an out-and-out striker for longer, and he's got more goals. But McGinn missed 5 games this season, so you don't know what tally he would have had if he'd played these 5. He might have been up beside Griffiths, but there's no doubting that Griffiths is the man that's been influential in getting Hibs to where they are.
Craig, given Hibs are unbeaten at Easter Egg this season, is it a different proposition to it was
in previous seasons, the last couple?
Yeah, I think so. But they had a very poor result last week. I'm sure Pat Fennell will be very disappointed about their performance. And obviously the Hibs support are a wee bit impatient. I've found in the past, if their team isn't doing well, they tend not to be as supportive as some. There are other clubs where even if the team's doing badly, I've felt that we've played at Easter Road and we've seen it empty when things aren't going too well for Hibs. So our job will be to silence the home support and to try to obviously please our own terrific away support we have. And they go to Edinburgh with optimism behind that the South goal, and hopefully they'll be rewarded.
It'll be the clash of two greatly improved teams compared to last season, Craig. I guess that adds to the appeal of this fixture.
Well, I hope so. I hope we'll continue the improvement, both of us, particularly Aberdeen. We've got to try and maintain our very encouraging away form. The one blip where was at Dingwall, when I don't think we deserve to lose. But they got a couple of goals which I felt didn't reflect the play up there. But we've had some excellent away performances at Perth and at Kilmarnock and at Tannadice and at St Mirren, so we hope we can maintain that.